Hello, I'm on 6th Street looking west. This is the Kinnickinnic River, and as we saw a couple of weeks ago in Jackson Park, it is lined with concrete on both sides of the river, and the bottom of the channel is also concrete. This section that extends from 6th Street all the way to 16th Street, which we're going to look at together, is the straightest stretch of the river today. Just below me here on 6th Street, you can see in the water a couple of dead salmon. Actually, I see 1, 2, 3. That's because they come upstream hoping to spawn. Oh, there's a fourth one. And when they get to this concrete lined section, they're reluctant to continue on. They kind of stop here, and eventually they run out of energy, run out of reserves, and die here. So the rocks just below are the beginning of a section I'll show you on the other side of the street that actually has been recently reconstructed to more approximate natural conditions. Well, I got a break in the traffic, so I'm just going to keep going here. So as I walk across 6th Street, you're going to see a section of river that looks quite different. You see how it's flowing freely through the rocks and around a couple of bends here. So off to the left, just to the north of us, is a bank of trees, and you probably recognize a lot of these as box elders. There's some sumacs, the reddish ones down below. And above that bluff, there actually used to be a junkyard, an auto salvage yard that has been converted. That lot has been cleaned up, and now there's a high school there, St. Augustine High School. Okay, so this is kind of a beautiful little stretch of river here. I remember about 8 years ago when they started this construction project, and I was just amazed. I stopped along the road, I pulled over and looked because it was nothing but bare soil, bare gravel all along here. They were just beginning to figure out how it was going to be reshaped and remade. I'm just going to keep recording as I walk along, and there's a nice little path that leads closer to the river. Here's a bunch of sumac. There's some looks like some rosin weed there. Here's a good old box elder tree growing up alongside the utility pole there. There's an elm tree, or maybe it's no, it's a birch. It's a river birch back there. Okay, so now I'm walking toward the river, and we'll get a little closer look at the rocks, and then looking back upstream toward 6th Street. So kind of a nice little spot here. It actually smells a little strong. We are close to that section where there might be some more dead fish down in the rocks. We're also right above a section. So you see this yellow kind of fence here. That's actually to keep anyone from getting too close or going over the edge here, because what we have right below us are a series of huge doors or gates, and those hold back water in case the sewers are filling up too fast. If they fill up too fast and there's nowhere else for that water to go, that is, it's going to start flooding the neighborhood behind us, they'll open those gates and let it out into the river here, eventually into Lake Michigan. So they can control that overflow to a certain extent with those gates. And then just to get oriented a little bit farther up, you see the cars passing by on the overpass. That's I-94 headed south toward Chicago. And had a couple of local, I don't know, maybe high school students hanging out at the end of that, looking back at me saying, why is he recording this? Wouldn't they like to know? All right. So from this vantage point too, you can see up this slope where there used to be a junkyard. Now there's a beautiful new building, part of the high school complex up there. I think I will stop here hopefully this has given you a decent look at the river here below us. I'm just going to zoom in if I can on one spot there. I don't know if you can see, there might be a fish in there, but oh boy, does not smell good though, that's for sure. Combination of being close to this sewer outlet and maybe some decaying fish, definitely not too safe. All right, I'll take you to the next spot.